Happy Monday, mate.
Happy Monday. It's a good job you started the recording when you did then, because well, you wouldn't want what you just said to me to be recorded. No, I jest. You only just called me a bastard, and there's nothing. That's fairly common. But speaking about recording stuff that you didn't mean to, did you hear or see about Joe Wicks?
No.
On his live YouTube stream, he was doing a live workout session, first time in a while, and there was some problem with the buffering or whatever, and he was sure that he was off camera. And before he comes on the screen, you literally hear, and then he speaks. He's like, you know what you say sometimes when you do a really juicy fart, and you kind of say, oh, right. And then he came on. He had no idea that it had been recorded until after the event.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
But and the other thing I was just reflecting on, seeing this call pop up on my calendar, was what a strange thing time is, because sometimes it gets to 1:45 on a Monday. I think, flipping heck, it hardly seems like 2 days since we did it. But this time, last Monday seems ages and ages ago. But we did do one last Monday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did one last Monday.
Yeah.
But I did the same thing, because I didn't share last Mondays with the team until yesterday or the day before, because in my head we were still in the first week of January, and therefore we hadn't done another one, but we had.
Yeah.
So yes, time is a strange thing.
Anyway, here we are, and yes, I do have a cup of coffee. Thank you very much.
And I don't, which is what started all of this. So,
right, what have we got in store today?
Two things. One really, but it goes over two things. I think I'm in my head. I think I briefly mentioned that we're working on it last week, but I can't keep track of it. If it's not written down, it didn't happen. So what it is, we've had for quite a while. We've had Macanta queries, save searches, and then we had the ability that you can call up a search, see the result, and then everyone in that result you can send an email to. Then we added, you can send everyone in that result a text message as well. And then we added widgets and all the fancy stuff that came later. And now with the template emails and everything, what we've now put in place is that you can, when you're on the dashboard, you can actually go to a widget and you'll see an SMS or an email icon. And you can click the email, type the email, or use a template and amend it and send. And a background process will then go at the point that you send it. Anyone who meets the criteria, who would be in that list if you were to pull the widget list up, will be sent that email. Because a lot of the time, you might have 2,000 people in that list. Well, you don't need to see the results, because a list of a spreadsheet essentially with 2,000 people in it, you're not going to go and review yes, no, unless something's gone wrong, but that's not what it's there. So the ability to send that email or that SMS to that list without actually first pulling up the results of the list. And then an addition to that is both for email and for SMS, you can go and select, there's a checkbox by each widget, you can select multiple Macanta queries by selecting the widget, and then click a button and say, send an email to everyone on all these lists. But we've got the intelligence built in the background that if someone appears, let's say you select 3 different Macanta queries, if someone appears in all 3 of them, they'll still only get the email once or the SMS once for that batch. If you then go and send again and they are again in the results, they will get it again. But any particular batch that is triggered, even if I'm in there 5 times for whatever reason, I'll only receive the email once.
It seems like a really intelligent, intuitive way of doing email broad. Presumably SMS is there as well.
Yeah, SMS. Everything I've just described, you've got for SMS as well.
Yeah, it seems a really intelligent and intuitive way of doing that. That I've got my saved queries, and I know that they bring back to me the contacts and the data objects that I want. But if I want to send a broadcast to them, it makes sense to me to be able to just say, I want to send an email broadcast, choose the saved query or saved queries, type my email, either plain text or, fancy schmancy, and send it.
Yeah.
Just seems really intuitive.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting. It's how it's sort of evolved from, oh, here's the search results. Well, what do I want to do with those results? Oh, I want to send them an email. And then there's just every evolution of it. And now you get to a point where it's, well, these 3 lists, send this SMS. Yeah. And it runs in the background. And then what happens is when that is finished, whoever triggered the batch will then get an email on their user email address just saying it's completed, it's sent to so many people, and that it's done.
And obviously this is a manual email. Presumably if you want to send an automated email to the result of that saved query every month, that you can still do that. This isn't replacing that. It's just in addition to.
Yeah, it's just for some scenarios. So what one of our clients, they deal in real estate, and they are on the investor side, but they've got arrangement with real estate, with realtors, to be able to send broadcast emails to the list to say, hey, these are the opportunities that we've come across this week or this month or whatever. Now, they don't get involved in the automation or anything like that. For them, it's simple dashboard, select which of the areas widgets are we sending it to, send it to all of them, and done. So that's quite
wonderful.
flexible. Yeah. So like I say, that's for email and for SMS that you have that now.
Fantastic.
Available. And of course, you can still pull up the results of a list, send to that batch, or send to individuals by the inline editor. But it's just, if you've got a list of 2,000, there's no point really. There's no value in first loading the results before sending anything off.
Yeah. Martha agrees with that.
Martha does agree, yes. Or disagrees, who can tell?
Wonderful.
Oh, well, yeah, that's it.
That's it. Brilliant. Well, you say that's it. I mean, I know that it hasn't been. It's the same with a lot of things in software development. That when you talk about the outcome, it like I said, it sounds intelligent. It sounds intuitive. It's like it's really seamless. I just want to send an email to these 3, query results. But actually, it's non-indicative of the effort that's gone in the background to make it work.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's wonderful.
I have the advantage. I draw pictures, and then the smart people turn it into functionality that works.
Yeah, and you calling other people smart is like, well, I don't know. I'm not like Blackadder. I can't think of similes off the top of my head.
Cool.
Great. Excellent. See you next Monday.
See you next Monday.